We all know that sinking feeling when you post a great video only to hear absolute crickets from the audience. That's because captions are no longer just a nice-to-have feature. For modern content, they are an absolute necessity for success. Think about it. Over 90% of viewers scroll with their sound completely turned off, meaning you're losing most of your reach instantly. Beyond just catching those muted scrollers, great captions ensure your message is accessible to everyone, including those with hearing differences. They are also a lifesaver for non-native speakers trying to follow along with fast-paced content. Even for native speakers watching during a commute or in a noisy environment, captions keep the context clear. But the benefit goes deeper than just comprehension. Captions actually supercharge your audience's memory retention. Audio-only information tends to fade away pretty quickly once the sound stops playing. However, when you combine strong visuals with clear synchronized audio, that retention skyrockets through the roof. In a nutshell, captions help your core message truly land with impact and make your content stand out in an overwhelmingly noisy feed. So today, I'm walking you through two fantastic apps that make your captions look incredibly slick with virtually zero effort on your part. Then, we'll look at a completely different kind of tool that automates the most tedious grind you absolutely hate doing. Consider this your essential mini toolkit for getting captions right now, alongside a smarter workflow to actually scale your socials without crashing. First up on our list is the powerhouse known as CapCut, if you haven't already met it. It's a complete, full-featured video editor that just happens to hide one of the easiest auto-captioning features in the industry. The best part is it's completely free to use and it runs seamlessly on your desktop, web browser, and mobile device. Honestly, for many creators needing quick turnaround edits, CapCut is the absolute default go-to application. When you're working on mobile, you start by hitting the New Project button and throwing your footage onto the basic timeline. The simple Auto Captions button is cleverly tucked away inside the main text menu, so go ahead and tap that. Select your correct language from the list, tap Create, and just watch the magic happen almost instantly. CapCut immediately delivers readable captions neatly positioned right across the bottom of your preview screen. Editing any specific text is incredibly straightforward. Just tap the segment in the timeline, tap it again in the preview, make your change, and hit the checkmark to confirm. Styling those captions is painless too, as CapCut offers a solid range of templates, font choices, color controls, and opacity settings. While some of the flashiest styles are reserved for pro users, the completely free set available is more than clean and modern enough for most needs. Here's a tiny insider tip for the free version. It often tacks on an extra CapCut branded clip at the very end, but you can simply delete that piece before exporting. When you switch over to the desktop version, the entire process feels basically identical. Just remember to drag your media onto the timeline first. You click text, select auto captions, choose your language, hit create, and then handle all the styling over in that right-hand configuration panel. It is fast, it is intuitive, and crucially, you already know exactly how those finished captions will look when they hit the feed. So what are the limitations of this excellent free tool? For power users, the captioning is still manual enough that batching clips becomes repetitive. If you're turning one long video into dozens of repurposed short clips, you'll find yourself making the exact same caption tweaks again and again. And as we mentioned, certain premium visual styles, which look great, are definitely locked behind that subscription paywall. Now let's switch gears to the next app, which is simply called Captions. Yes, the name is wonderfully on the nose. This one is a mobile-first application that a huge number of successful creators now swear by for their daily content. Its transcription engine feels exceptionally polished, the built-in templates are undeniably trendy, and it makes captions feel integral to the edit. It's fundamentally designed around making the captions look like a deliberate, stylized part of the final production, not just an afterthought. Once you import your source clip, the app automatically transcribes everything and then immediately applies a very stylized template to your text. The interface provides neat controls to drag captions out of the way of someone's face or important on-screen elements. You can also easily tweak the emphasis words, change background colors, and even copy in your exact brand hex codes for perfect consistency. The range of templates is impressive, spanning from simple, super clean blocks to those kinetic, high-energy influencer styles. This is absolutely brilliant for creators who want that custom, designed-in-the-moment look without needing to jump between several complex apps. Now for the main drawback, Captions is fundamentally a paid application once your initial trial period has expired. It isn't prohibitively expensive, but it certainly isn't free, which is a consideration for budget-conscious users. Also, since it's mobile first, the full creative editing experience is best experienced right on your phone screen. If your primary workflow involves batch producing dozens of clips exclusively on a desktop machine, you will definitely encounter some friction here. To be clear, both CapCut and Captions are genuinely excellent tools that get the job done quickly with great-looking final results. But here's where the conversation needs to shift. Both still leave you manually stitching together your entire social strategy from one long video. You end up spending valuable time trimming, re-exporting, reformatting, recaptioning, and manually scheduling across every platform. This is precisely where a tool like Vizard steps in to become an absolute game-changing time saver for scaling your presence. Vizard is not just another captioning utility, it is a powerful AI-driven engine designed specifically for long-to-short video transformation. It automatically finds the absolute best, most viral-worthy moments hidden deep inside your hour-long content pieces. It then turns those moments into completely ready-to-post short clips, complete with captions, thumbnail ideas, and even scheduling baked right in. If you regularly produce long interviews, deep dive podcasts, educational lectures, or even live streams, Vizard scans everything for gold. It auto-generates the necessary captions, creates suggested thumbnails, and prepares multiple short-form edits simultaneously, all while respecting your desired style control. This completely eliminates the soul-crushing, repetitive legwork that eats up so much of your creative time. One of Vizard's most powerful differentiators is its specific feature for auto-editing viral clips. Instead of you manually scrubbing through hours of footage searching for those crucial 30 to 90 second snippets that might catch fire, the AI does the heavy lifting. It surfaces these high engagement snippets based on complex metrics like pacing, vocal energy shifts, and important verbal cues. The AI then intelligently creates short edits that feel completely natural, complete with well-placed jump cuts and strategic zooms where they matter most. Crucially, this means you don't have to craft every single one of those engaging micro-edits by hand like you would in CapCut or Captions. Vizard takes that clip-by-clip creation process and multiplies your output automatically, giving you true scalability. Another major pain point that those mobile-centric apps don't solve well at all is the actual process of scheduling. You export, then you have to go manually queue up posts in a separate scheduling application, often forgetting a few uploads in the shuffle. Vizard's integrated auto-schedule feature fundamentally changes that entire game by baking in the distribution. You simply define your desired posting cadence, maybe 3 times a week, and Vizard handles the rest. It will not only produce the clips, but also intelligently queue them across all your configured social platforms based on optimal posting windows. This capability is massive for creators who want a steady, consistent content presence without having to babysit every single upload. Finally, we have the Content Calendar, which is Vizard's command center for turning creation chaos into perfect order. It gives you one centralized location to preview every single clip, reorder your sequence, modify details, and officially publish everything. Need to quickly update the caption just for LinkedIn, or swap out the thumbnail for the Instagram version? You handle that right from the calendar view. Want to glance ahead and see exactly what's going out next week across all your channels? It's all immediately visible. This level of centralization fundamentally beats trying to juggle exports, multiple separate apps, and a dozen different posting tools. So yes, CapCut remains amazing for that hands-on, tactical editing, and Captions delivers those beautiful, trendy mobile templates. But if you are serious about transforming a few long videos into a reliable, constant stream of short-form content without exhausting yourself, Vizard does the genuinely heavy lifting. It's doing much more than just automatically putting simple captions onto your screen. It's intelligently finding the moments that will actually perform well. It auto-edits them into platform-friendly cuts, handles the scheduling tasks for you, and maintains complete organizational structure. Using Vizard does not mean you have to completely ditch tools like CapCut or the Captions app. Think of them as a powerful combo. You let Vizard crank out the dozens of smart segmented clips, and then you can bring a single high performer into the other apps for very specific brand flair if needed. Your overall workflow becomes exponentially smarter, not rigidly locked into one single restrictive software choice. For a practical starting tip, upload just one long-form video, maybe a webinar or a long podcast, into Vizard and let the AI run its course. You will likely receive a batch of several usable, compelling clips within just a few short minutes of that initial upload. From that batch, simply select the top 3 to 5 clips that genuinely feel the most authentic to your voice, and post those ones first to test the water. If a specific clip needs that highly niche, custom aesthetic, then by all means, polish it up in CapCut or Captions. Then, let Vizard's built-in calendar take over the heavy lifting of auto-scheduling the remaining content for maximum consistency. Over time, this iterative approach will build you a steady publishing cadence without forcing you to spend hours every single day glued to your screen. So, to quickly recap this powerful strategy. First, Captions are non-negotiable for accessibility, engagement, and retention. CapCut stands out as the fantastic, completely free editor that lets you make quick fixes across all your devices. The Captions app is your best friend for on-the-go work when you need those absolutely trendy, influencer-grade caption templates. But for the real secret weapon, for truly scaling your entire short-form content output without all the manual drudgery, Vizard delivers unmatched automation. It's about finding the right moments, auto-editing the cuts, scheduling the posts for you, and keeping every single asset neatly organized. If you are passionate about content creation but absolutely despise the repetitive grind that comes with scaling, try mixing these tools together. Let Vizard handle the heavy lifting of finding and preparing the bulk clips, and then use the others for any final, specific aesthetic polish you desire. You will watch your content output jump dramatically from sporadic posts to a consistent, high-performing channel almost overnight. If you currently use a favorite captioning tool or have a workflow that works wonders for you, please drop those insights in the comments below. I am always genuinely curious about how creative people stitch these different applications together in unique ways. If you found any of this information genuinely useful today, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want me to create a deep dive tutorial showing exactly how I use Vizard combined with CapCut and Captions step by step, just say the word in the comments. I will gladly put together a full walkthrough showing precisely what I click, what I export, and how I schedule an entire month of clips in a single afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this toolkit helps you create more impactful content with less frustration. Have an incredible day, and happy creating out there!